Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the match between Real Madrid versus FC Barcelona that is going to be taking place on October 26, 2025. So we do have 2 days left until the debut Clásico for this season. Barcelona is going to be playing away from home, and this is considered match day 10, very much almost getting into halfway of the season. And let me tell you guys, with Barcelona going to the Santiago Bernabeu with a stadium capacity of 83,186 people, it's going to be very hectic, very noisy, very, I would just say, enthusiastic. Not for FC Barcelona, but for Real Madrid. They're really going to want to get this win. And I say that because Real Madrid have not beaten Barcelona since like April 2024. And so the fans are really going to want to see a win. They're really going to want to see 3 points. To them, it has been forever. And so expect a very loud Santiago Bernabeu. Currently, right now, Real Madrid are in first place in La Liga, leading by 2 points. Barcelona is in second place and 2 points behind, meaning that if Barcelona do defeat Real Madrid, whether it's 1-0 or 2-1 or 3-2, Barcelona will go into first place after this match. And oh my god, bro, like Real Madrid and Barcelona are going to be coming to this game with massive momentum. Real Madrid have been coming off 4 straight competitive wins. Ever since they lost against Atletico Madrid 5-2, Real Madrid have been doing very well, defeating a.e.t 4-0, defeating Villarreal 3-1, and then defeating Getafe 1-0, and then Juventus recently, another game where they ended 1-0. So even though Real Madrid have not scored a lot of goals in the past 2 games, still, they're getting the wins. And Barcelona, they have had 2 wins in a row since the international break, including a 6-1 Champions League victory over Olympiacos, with Fermín López scoring a hat-trick, a player that is expected to be starting against Real Madrid. Now, like I've said, this type of matchup between Barcelona and Real Madrid is going to be very intense. The last time Barcelona faced Real Madrid at the Bernabeu for La Liga was back in October 2024, and Barcelona won 4-0, with Lewandowski scoring 2 goals and Lamine Yamal and Raphinha scoring 1 each. Yes, Barcelona have defeated Real Madrid 4 times last season, both in league matches, one in the Spanish Super Cup final and another one in the Copa del Rey final, meaning that Barcelona overall have defeated Real Madrid 16-7. We have more than doubled the amount of goals that they have scored against us. And looking at the top goal scorers for Barcelona against Real Madrid last season, Raphinha ended up being in first place with 5 goals, with Lewandowski in second place with 3 goals and Lamine Yamal in third place with 3 goals. And to think that we're going to be missing 1 player from these 3, which is going to be Lewandowski, is insane to me. Barcelona need as much firepower as possible, but unfortunately, Lewandowski will not be there. Yes, he played a huge part in Barcelona getting the success, but the fact that we can also count on somebody like Marcus Rashford, that gets me very excited. Somebody who has a point to prove, somebody who has clearly shown during multiple interviews that he does want to continue at this club. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But yeah, at the very least, we have Raphinha, who was our main contributor, and he is set to be returning for this game. As for the top assist providers, Ferran Torres comes in number 1 with 3 total assists. Now keep in mind that Ferran Torres with 3 total assists, that all came in within 1 match, and it was in the last match where Barcelona won 4-3. Then comes second place Pedri with 1 assist, and then Lamine Yamal, Koundé, and Casado all share third place with 1 assist each. As for Real Madrid, the top goal scorers against FC Barcelona is Kylian Mbappé, Rodrigo, and Tchouaméni. Now clearly, Kylian Mbappé is leading by a mile. He was clearly the one strength that Real Madrid had last season against our club. Mbappé scored 5 goals, and then comes Rodrigo with 1 and Tchouaméni with 1 goal. The top assist provider was Vinícius with a total of 2. So clearly Real Madrid's attack revolved around Kylian Mbappé, and with Vinícius being the main consistent creator. And so there are 2 conclusions that I have drawn from last season. Barcelona have shown that they were more of a collective, had a much more balanced attack, 8 different goal scorers across 4 games, and then you look at Real Madrid with their over-dependence on Mbappé for goals and Vinícius for the creation. However, these conclusions that I have just named outright, I just don't see this really playing out in this season. I'm just saying that for now. Maybe things could change by the time the Clásico is over and we see the exact same story play out, because I do see a stronger Real Madrid, a Real Madrid that has a better chance of creating, a better chance of finding goals outside of Kylian Mbappé, like for example Arda Güler, somebody who knows how to find those curl shots into the bottom left or bottom right corner. And then you also have somebody like Kylian Mbappé, who is backed very well by Vinícius and Tchouaméni, and maybe Kylian Mbappé might come even stronger. Instead of scoring 5 goals against us from last season, maybe he might end up with 8, because Kylian Mbappé is on track to become one of the highest goal scorers this season, and maybe that could be enough to really get Real Madrid over the edge. We also have to keep in mind that Barcelona are not the same defensively, so it's really going to be up to Barcelona to figure it out at the back between the defensive line and the goalkeeper himself. This is a conversation that I did have in my previous video. Go check it out. I did really talk about in depth why the goalkeeper and the defensive line is a problem today. Looking at the team news and fitness updates, Raphinha is 100% fit. It has been reported by multiple sources within Spain that Raphinha is very hungry to play, that he killed the gym sessions, killed the training sessions, and he's going to be receiving the medical clearance for the Clásico very soon. Maybe by the time I do post this video, you guys probably already heard that Raphinha has been given the green light, so he will be there, and he will be there to be starting on the left wing, which is my assumption. As for players like Lewandowski, Dani Olmo, they're not going to be there. And then Ferran Torres, we'll see. Ferran Torres has been training with the players as well, but we don't know if he's going to be a absolute starter. My assumption, which continues to be very solid, is Raphinha being on the left, Lamine Yamal on the right, with Firmino in the middle, and Marcus Rashford up top to be our number 9. So speaking about Marcus Rashford, I also want to speak about his situation, because a lot of great things have been coming out from Rashford as of late. Not just because we see that Barcelona have a huge PR campaign for Rashford on social media, but also because Rashford has been doing very well on the pitch and he wants to continue. He has 9 total goal contributions in all competitions, 4 Champions League goals in 3 games, plus 1 goal and 3 assists in La Liga, scoring a brace against Newcastle and a brace against Olympiacos. He recently spoke to ESPN, and this is what he said: "Oh yeah, for sure, I would like to continue at Barcelona. I'm enjoying this football club, and I think for anybody who loves football, Barcelona is one of the key clubs in the history of the game." And I love to hear this, right? Because when he speaks like this and he speaks with such enthusiasm, it really makes me believe that we could really see him play out well in these high stake moments, like against Real Madrid, like against any other team that we do face, like Atletico Madrid, maybe even a team like Real Sociedad. When it comes to league matches, I believe that we can all bet on Marcus Rashford, maybe even Champions League matches, as a matter of fact, because he has been the most efficient in the Champions League games as well. And so let's see his role in the Clásico and what Flick has in mind. His pace and his directness is really going to be targeting Madrid's high defensive line, because Real Madrid have shown that when they have the ball and they are attacking, their defensive line is usually very high. Not as high as FC Barcelona, but the dangerous thing that Barcelona can do is by winning the ball while Real Madrid were trying to transition, because we can really expose the space behind the defensive line, and that is where Marcus Rashford could really shine. And that is where I do want to go next, right? Because I do want to also speak about the 2 things that we must watch out for. Point number 1, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but besides Kylian Mbappé and Vinícius being the main contributor, the one player that has been slowly rising to the occasion for Madrid, it has been Arda Güler. I expect him to be starting against Barcelona. I expect him to be really making a say in what's going to be happening in the final third for Real Madrid, because he does have great tactical awareness. He knows exactly where all the players are at. He acts very quick. And if you look at this play here, this is Real Madrid versus Juventus. This is exactly how Real Madrid are going to most likely be trying to attack us. It's going to be through the middle, and with Güler servicing Kylian Mbappé. They're really good at reading each other's game, and this is where Kubarsi or a player like Eric Garcia could get caught. We have been caught like this multiple times, and we know that Kylian Mbappé is a master at getting behind the last man in the defensive line and receiving the ball in open space. We have to be careful, because can you imagine this type of situation happening to Barcelona, but up higher in the pitch, which is very much likely because our high defensive line gets exposed a lot. We have to watch out for that. We have to watch out for Arda Güler making those quick through passes to Mbappé or maybe even Vinícius. Point number 2, let's also pay attention to how Real Madrid like to form their defense when they don't have the ball and they sit back, because let me tell you, Xabi Alonso has set his men to sit back. I mean really sit back. Look how many players are sitting back right now in this picture here. We can see 4 men at the back with 5 in the middle, and the only one that's up top is Kylian Mbappé. Vinícius is all the way on the left, and here's the thing, they sit back very deep and they're very compact, super narrow. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but their right back, or I don't know if that's the right winger for Juventus, they're very much open. And if Real Madrid are going to be doing this against Barcelona, then it's over. Not for us, but for Real Madrid, because if you leave a player like Yamal, for example, open, or Jules Koundé out there open, then Barcelona can really get the advantage. I believe that this is exactly where Barcelona can win. It's going to be on Barcelona's right side, because Madrid just don't care and they don't tap into whatever's going on their left side. They're too narrow, they're too compact, so the game can be won there. And I think that is a huge call up for Koundé, especially because Koundé in the past 5 to 6 matches, he has not been so good, neither for France, neither for FC Barcelona. But now is the time. Now this could be the turning point for Koundé, and look for those crosses into the box or those shots, put the ball behind the net, and really become the ultimate partner to Lamine Yamal. When you have a Jules Koundé that is on par with the rest of the team, somebody who times his runs quickly, somebody who is very lethal in the final third, you get a dangerous Koundé and a dangerous Lamine Yamal, and so we need that. And that is it, right? Barcelona do enter this Clásico with renewed confidence after that Olympiacos trashing, and with the return of Raphinha, things could change really quick. Rashford is thriving. Fermin Lopez is also thriving with his emergence. I love everything that I have been seeing from Barcelona's attacking perspective. We'll just to see how the defensive line do react to this brand new Real Madrid. So that is it. That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.